The Progressive Democrats, Irish, and Partí an Lethach, Lit, the Democratic Party, commonly known as the PDs, was a liberal and conservative liberal political party in the Republic of Ireland. Launched on December 21, 1985 by Desmond O'Malley and other politicians who had split from Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, the Progressive Democrats took liberal positions on divorce, contraception, and other social issues. The party also supported economic liberalization, advocating measures such as lower taxation, fiscal conservatism, privatization, and welfare reform. It enjoyed an impressive debut at the 1987 general election, winning 14 seats in Dáil Éireann and capturing almost 12% of the popular vote to temporarily surpass the Labour Party as Ireland's third largest political party. Although the Progressive Democrats never again won more than 10 seats in the Dáil, they formed coalition governments with Fianna Fáil during the 26th Dáil, 1989–92, the 28th Dáil, 1997–2002, the 29th Dáil, 2002–07, and the 30th Dáil, 2007–09. These successive years as the government's junior coalition partner gave the party an influence on Irish politics and economics disproportionate to its small size. In particular, the party has been credited with shaping the low-tax, pro-business environment that contributed to Ireland's Celtic Tiger economic boom during the 1990s and 2000s. As well as blamed for contributing to the subsequent Irish financial and economic crisis. On November 8, 2008 the party began the process of disbanding, and was formally dissolved on November 20, 2009. The two Progressive Democrat politicians elected to the 30th Dáil, Mary Harney and Noel Grealish, continued to support the government as independent TDs. And Mary Harney also continued as Minister for Health and Children. The party was a member of the European Liberal Democrat and Reform Party, ELDR. Its youth wing was the Young Progressive Democrats. History: the party was founded in 1985 by Desmond O'Malley, a former senior minister in Fianna Fáil governments under Jack Lynch and Charles Haughey. O'Malley was a strong opponent of Haughey and was involved in a number of leadership heaves against Haughey, who was popular and controversial in equal measure. O'Malley had lost the Fianna Fáil whip in the Dáil in 1984 because of his support for the New Ireland Forum report and was finally expelled from Fianna Fáil early in 1985 for conduct unbecoming a member when he refused to support Fianna Fáil's opposition to the introduction of contraception. O'Malley joined with Fianna Fáil members Mary Harney, Bobby Molloy and Pearse Wise, Fine Gael TD Michael Keating and former Fine Gael activist Michael McDowell to set up the new party. The breakaways were dissatisfied with the policies of existing parties, which they viewed as being insufficiently liberal, both economically and on social issues such as divorce and contraception. In Ireland in 1985, when personal income above £7,300 per annum was taxed at 60%, the country's national debt was 104% of GDP, unemployment was 17.3%, the Progressive Democrats' liberal reformist agenda was considered especially radical. In the 1987 general election the new party won 14 seats and 11.9% of the vote, becoming the third largest party in the Dáil. The Progressive Democrats formed the second largest opposition party under difficult circumstances. The minority Fianna Fáil government introduced some of the economic reforms that the Progressive Democrats had recommended. Fianna Fáil was however largely supported by Fine Gael where the economy was concerned, and so the Progressive Democrats had difficulty being effective in opposition. After the 1989 election, the party had only 6 seats but formed a coalition government with Fianna Fáil, with Charles Haughey as Taoiseach, which was the first time Fianna Fáil entered coalition. Haughey was replaced in February 1992 by Bertrand Reynolds. PD leader Desmond O'Malley served as Minister for Industry and Commerce. After the collapse of Reynolds' first administration later in 1992, O'Malley retired from the leadership of the party. Following the 1992 general election, John Dardis, Agricultural Panel, and Cathy Honan, Industrial and Commercial Panel, were elected to Seanad Éireann as part of an election pact with their politically polar opposites Democratic Left. Mary Harney became the new leader after a bitter electoral contest with Pat Cox, who later left the party. Harney was the first woman to lead any of the major Irish political parties. Harney served as Dánaist, Deputy Prime Minister, from May 1997 until September 2006 after a return to government in coalition with Fianna Fáil. In the 2002 general election, the party defied expectations by doubling its Dáil seats to 8, although its share of the vote declined slightly to 4%. In total, the Progressive Democrats participated in coalition governments 4 times, on each occasion with Fianna Fáil, 1989 to 1992, 1997 to 2002, 2002 to 2007, 2007 to 2009, and also with the Green Party from 2007 to 2009. On September 7, 2006, Mary Harney announced that she was stepping down as leader of the Progressive Democrats. She expressed a wish to stay on as Minister for Health. 16. On 10 September, Michael McDowell was elected unopposed as party leader, having been nominated by Tom Parlin and that nomination being seconded by Liz O'Donnell. Liz O'Donnell became deputy leader and Tom Parlin became party president. The 2007 general election was a disastrous one for the party. The Progressive Democrats lost 6 of their 8 seats in the 166-seat Dáil. Among those to lose their seats were party leader Michael McDowell, deputy leader Liz O'Donnell and party president Tom Parlin. McDowell retired from public life after he lost his seat, and Mary Harney was asked by the party chairman to resume the role of party leader. The following month, Tom Parlin announced that he was also leaving public life and would take up the position of Director General of the Irish Construction Industry Federation. A committee headed by former Senator John Dardis recommended in September 2007 that the role of leader be taken on by a senator or councillor, although the party rules then required that the position must be held by a TD. A meeting of the party's General Council on February 16, 2008 changed the rules to allow any senator, councillor or any party member with the support of 20 other members to stand for the party's leadership, and on 17 April, Senator Kieran Cannon was elected leader, defeating fellow Senator Fiona O'Malley. The party's 2 remaining TDs, Mary Harney and Noel Grealish, entered into coalition government with Fianna Fáil and the Green Party in the 30th Dáil. The party never recovered from this electoral collapse. On November 8, 2008, with all parliamentary members and founder Desmond O'Malley united in the opinion that the party was no longer politically viable, delegates to a special conference in Mullingar voted by 201 votes to 161 to bring the Progressive Democrats to an end. In January 2009, the party was still operating and in receipt of state funding, including a party leader's allowance paid to Minister Mary Harney, but had ceased to receive funding by the following June. The archives of the Progressive Democrats Party were presented to University College Dublin on June 10, 2009. At least 20 former Progressive Democrats councillors won seats on county, city and town councils at the 2009 local elections. Some were elected as Fine Gael candidates, some as Fianna Fáil and others as independents. At the 2011 general election, 11 former Progressive Democrats members stood as candidates for the Dáil in a countrywide spread of constituencies. Subsequently, 3 former PD members were elected. Mary Mitchell O'Connor, PD councillor 2004-08, was elected in Dunlough for Fine Gael. Kieran Kennan, PD senator 2007-09. Party leader 2008-09, was elected in Galway East for the same party, while Noel Grealish, PDTD 2002-09, caretaker party leader 2009, was re-elected as an independent TD for Galway West. Several ex-PD members stood for election to Seanad Éireann in 2011. The only successful candidature was that of Councillor Cade Keane, FG, who had served on South Dublin County Council for the PDs between 1991 and 2008, and had stood for election in the Dublin South Central constituency for the PDs in 1992, 1994 and 1997.